Hey, how you doing? My name is Sire Abram, and I'm the founder of Vantage Education. Here at Vantage Education, our goal is to provide financial education to the everyday American wherever you are within your journey. So it doesn't matter if you're 25, 18, 36, 54, 62. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Our goal is to help you learn how to trade and for you to use trading to elevate in your life. So throughout this presentation, I'm going to show you a few things about the mentorship just so you can get an understanding of what this whole program is, just so you're not left in the dark here. So I'm going to share my screen and show you right now. Okay, so myself, I'm the founder of Vantage Education, and I'm a full-time trader. I've been trading since 2019, and I became full-time in 2021. I'm a college graduate, graduated from the University of Iowa with a degree in finance. Now, one thing that I want you to know throughout this journey, it's a marathon, not a sprint. On social media, people are going to lie to you. People are going to show you like, oh, I bought this $5 million car. Oh, I bought this. They're flexing a lifestyle, but they're not actually showing you what it took to get there. Here at Vantage Education, we get down straight to the point, right? There's no fluff. There isn't anything to make it look super shiny. This is literally the raw and straight truth. And honestly, this program is for people that really want to get better. And, we just don't want people here that are here for the flash and glam. We are really here to change lives. So this story is just a little bit about my background. So stage one here in this presentation, this is when I was a college student. I believe this was my sophomore year. I tried many different businesses, tried to get it in, a lot of different ways. Stage two, this is when I started taking trading seriously, and this is at the point of right before I went full-time with trading. Now, I had an interview, and this is, at my school about trading, and then from that, I took my skills in trading, and then I went to finance, and within finance, I received a job at Goldman Sachs, and I was working in the private wealth management division, and pretty much just dealing with investments day in and day out. So I know my stuff. Incredible. I've been doing this for quite some time now. And then last picture here, this is when I graduated college in 2022. Now stage three, this is, just a little, information about Vantage Education. So in 2024, all of my mentees that have come into the program, they have generated over $3 million in profits in just the first year. So think about it like this. People just like yourself coming into a mentorship program, not knowing anything about trading at all, and getting all the resources and knowledge that you need to know. And I help them along their journey for them to become profitable, for them to consistently make money through trading in general. And with that being said, this program is very successful. We helped a lot of people, and our mentees have gained over $3 million in profits within 1 year. All right. So a little bit more about Vantage Education. As I said before, we are bridging the gap. We are, filling in the missing link, because with everything with trading and investments and, that whole realm of life, it's not something that's talked about every day. It's not, common in the household. I know myself when I was younger growing up, I didn't hear anything about investments. I didn't hear anything about trading until I went out myself and seek that knowledge. And by this time I was already 21 years old. So imagine if I learned this, 10 years ago or so, my life would be very different. And honestly, I would say this skill and the way I teach you and break it down within the mentorship program, you don't have to be super smart, right? Like I wasn't a 4.0 straight A student by any means. And if you aren't, I don't want you to feel discouraged, because this is something that anyone can learn how to do. I even had a 17-year-old take my mentorship last summer. He's pretty successful with this. So if he can do it, you can do it. The only thing you have to do is just be consistent and don't give up on yourself throughout this whole journey. Everything here is straightforward, it's simple, and it's laid out in a strategic way to help you get what you want to know. And throughout this whole mentorship program, I'm telling you, it might seem hard because it's something new, but it really is not hard whatsoever, and I can literally assure you that. All of this is designed for you to win, and funny enough, my mentorship actually ends up being free for a majority of my students, because after the mentorship and you're actually getting to trade with the information and things that I show you, you're going to make back what you spent on the mentorship. So think of this as you are joining something that's showing you how to make real money over time. And the investment is going to pay off. All you have to do is just trust the process and trust yourself, okay? Now, throughout this, I want you to understand, it doesn't matter what dollar amount you start with. This is all about the skill. So once you have the skill of trading, which we teach in the mentorship program, which is known as the trading blueprint, you can apply this to any dollar amount. So here's 2 examples. First, on the left, I started with $348 and I turned it into almost $11,000 in 6 days. All because I understand what to do. So it doesn't matter what dollar amount I start with, I can consistently make money because I know the skill. I understand how to actually do this, and so do my students. Now, some of you might say, well, what if I have more money? Is my risk going to be a little different or everything? No, it doesn't necessarily have to be. On the right picture, I showed you a larger account from mine. And here I was a little bit more conservative, but as you can see, over this past month, I've made $70,000 in profits from trading using the exact same blueprint that I did for the $348 to 10.8K account flip. Literally all the exact same thing, just applied with any dollar amount. So if you're watching this video, if you have $5, if you have 10, or not $5, but if you have $50, $500, if you have $100,000, it doesn't matter. You can be successful with trading. All you have to do is learn this skill and you can apply it to anything. If you want to trade futures, if you want to trade crypto, if you want to trade stock options, it doesn't matter what it is. You can be successful with it with this trading blueprint that we teach you within the Vantage Mentorship. Now, let me show you a case study from a real student. So here's a student, his name is John. He joined my mentorship, he was 25 years old. Here's a picture of him and his wife. And he joined my mentorship with no prior trading experience whatsoever. He didn't know anything at all. And at the time he was freshly married, he just got a full-time job and he was looking for, a change in life because he knows he's here, but he wants to get here. He wants to get, a little bit higher up in life. So he figured, why not learn how to trade? Because that can be the vehicle that can do it for him. Now, for him, he was always curious, but he was scared to pull the trigger. And after he did, I'm telling you, the results from him are insane. So, second picture, you can see within 1 day, he made $3,800. And for him, that's almost what he gets paid in a month from his job. So as you can see, he only traded on a Wednesday. He didn't have to trade Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday every single day. All it took is 1 day, right? Trading isn't something that has to take up a bunch of your time. This is something where if you just want to trade for 1 day, make a few $1,000s, make a few $100s, you can be done. And you can use that money to maybe take a flight, maybe go on a nice date, maybe, buy yourself something nice. That's all it has to be. If you want it to be something where you're looking to scale larger to pay your mortgage or hopefully get a down payment for a car, you can do so. It's all about how you want it to be. For myself, I always tell my students, make it practical. Start practical, start small, don't shoot for the stars yet, build your way up, and then you'll get to that point. Then you can see the last picture on the bottom. He traded for 2 days within that week. The 20th, he made $35,000 and the day after that, he made $30,000. So within that week, 2 days of trading, he made $65,000. And John, he trades futures. So I'm telling you, if he can do it with no prior trading experience, literally so can you. There's no difference at all. The only difference is up here. He believed that he can do it. He stayed dedicated. He didn't give up. He asked questions and he was curious about it and he took action. And this is the result of it. He just made his salary literally in a week. Now, you don't have to shoot for these big numbers. If you want to make an extra $500 a week, so be it. There's no problem with that. Another student here, Tiara, she came into the mentorship. She knew a little bit about trading. She's heard about it before. She wasn't exactly a newbie. And for her, she's a social media influencer. She's big on TikTok. And we met through the game of Fortnite, actually. And she was like, hey, what do you do? We're always playing the game, but I don't know what you do. Oh, I trade stocks. So she was curious about it and she wanted to become independent because she relied on signal groups. So signal groups is essentially a group where someone sends you a trade like, hey, take this trade, but you never understand why you're taking that trade. You never understand the exact reasoning behind it, and you're left in the dark. So for us over here, we don't want that. Our goal is for you to become an independent trader so you can go off on your own and you can do this for yourself, because why rely on someone else for the rest of your life? And when at the end of the day, it's your life, all right? So as you can see, Tiara is a very successful student. Here, this picture, she made 6.9K in one trade. The picture below that, she started with $4,000 and made $19,000 from that. So as I said before, it doesn't matter the dollar amount you start with, because the skill is what's going to take you to where you want to be. It's always the skill. Here she said, easiest trade in my life. Literally took 3 minutes. Let's see, it looks like she made $3,700 in 3 minutes. Imagine that. You wake up, you trade for 3 minutes, and you make $3,700. For a lot of people, that's half or 70% of what you would make in a month. I'm telling you, trading is something that is not hard. All you have to do is just pay attention in the mentorship, and you will get it down. A lot of my students are very successful, and because they're the exact same way. You gotta want it bad enough to actually commit yourself to it. Last picture here, you can see she made $2,500 in a trade, and I'm telling you guys, like, as I said before, it's really not that hard. Now, some things that make a successful mentee, and hopefully you relate to some of these, because if you do, you're gonna be successful within it. So you have to be someone that is determined. And if you're not determined, you need to become determined in the mentorship. Secondly, you have to give effort and take action. You cannot go through the mentorship without, doing the homework, watching the videos, asking questions, or anything like that, because essentially it's not going to help, right? You can't go to math class and just sit and never take notes, never do the homework. You're not going to learn. Thirdly, you have to be patient. You have to understand this is not a sprint, it is a marathon. It's gonna take time. It's not just you join the mentorship and you're just perfect like this. It's gonna take time. You're gonna have ups and downs, just as I did through my trading journey. My trading journey, it took me about 4 years to get to the point of feeling like I really was good. Whereas now, most of my mentees, it takes them a month and a half, 2 months max, because I give them everything that I wish I had when I first started. So throughout this mentorship, you are literally skipping all of the years of trial and error, skipping all of the BS information that's on the internet, and you're just getting all the good stuff spoon-fed to you right there. Lastly, you have to ask questions throughout the mentorship. The more questions you ask, the better, because this is essentially showing that, hey, I don't understand this. How do I get this? And you are my priority when you're in the mentorship. So I'm going to do everything I can, same with my team, to help you get to the point of understanding whatever it is you want to know. Everyone's here. Okay? So before you join the mentorship, all you need to do is have the app Robinhood downloaded. You need to have a laptop. You need to have, or at least know about, the website TradingView, which we also cover in the mentorship. And lastly, you need to have the app Discord downloaded. Once you have those 4 things, you are good to go. And these are all the platforms that we're going to use throughout the whole entire mentorship. So with that being said, I hope you can, you have a better understanding of the mentorship and what it comes with, and, everything about it. And just for some quick reviews, you can see here, Levi said, this mentorship is so beginner friendly, it's not even funny. Very well structured and guaranteed to help anyone in their trading journey, even if you don't know what a chart is. From start to finish, it is nothing but value. I paid for grocery bills, multiple bills, just from what we are taught. Sire is godsend. This is exactly what I was saying before. Make trading practical. You don't have to, try to make tens of thousands of dollars every week. You can use it to pay your bills and buy groceries. Donovan said, this mentorship was legit. I've been trading for years and nothing really clicked until I found out about Sire. I would always join groups trying to copy signals, but now I can make my own signals. I'm so grateful that I can trade on my own. Sire is one of a kind. As I said before, you do not want to rely on signal groups because it is going to do nothing but hurt you in the long run. Tavares, he says, 8 weeks done, 16 hours more or less of education given, and I couldn't have been more grateful to have been a part of this mentorship. The price doesn't come remotely close with the value within. Special thanks to Sire for putting such a masterful piece of work together. For JT, which is a part of the team, for being a perfect fit. Amazing. And here are some more results from students. You can see Donovan at the beginning of the year, he made $20,000. Cameron here made $4,500 in a day. Someone at the bottom said, thank you, Sire. This is the most consistent I've been in a very long time. They made 164% over the course of a month. This guy, 4K, he made 375% on his portfolio that day. This guy here in the middle, this was crazy result. He made over a 19,000% return on his portfolio for the year of 2024. Absolutely insane. I've never heard of anything like that, but that's the power of the Vantage mentorship. Chris here, he says he's up $20,000 since he joined the mentorship. One of the best investments he ever made. As I said, most of these people, the mentorship is free because it's already paying for itself. Noah here, he said, with this week and last week's trades, I was able to pay for a vacation to Argentina. I'm telling you, it's providing people freedom in real time. This guy said he started Monday. He's up $1,000 and 100%. Olan says his first true week of trading on a small account, he started with $250 and now he's at $900. Absolutely insane. It doesn't matter how much you start with because as it goes to show, once you have the skill, you can take any dollar amount and become successful with it. Over here, Visas says 3-minute trade, he made $341. So I'm telling you guys, if these people can do it, you can do it. There's literally no difference. So I hope you guys can learn something from this video, and I hope to see you in the next mentorship.